To understand the European system, you have to travel across the Atlantic in just a short gondola ride from Venice to a pretty little town called Treviso. Treviso is home to La Garata, a basketball factory, a place where elite basketball players as young as the age of 9 are recruited from all over the world to live free of charge, to do one thing there: learn to play the game of basketball.
The understanding of the game is a key factor for them to become potential great players. We're trying to keep them at a level where they can still understand what a fake is, what a hook shot is, what a one-on-one move is.
So they work up to 6 hours per day, giving up living at home for 2-a-day practices and intense individual training sessions where they are put through drills like this to develop foot agility, and this one to improve hand-eye coordination. Always shooting drills over and over for hours on end, day after day. It's in stark contrast to the American system, which is woefully light on teaching and heavy on game action. The influx of foreign players into the NBA, nearly all trained in Europe, has more than tripled in the last 10 years, giving new life to an endangered species, the white NBA player.
Alley-oop to Kirilenko. Wow, what a finish.
Ginobili, what a reverse. Radmanovic, that's what they do best, threes in transition.
Dan Peterson coached college basketball in the United States for 9 years, but he spent the last 30 years in Italy as a coach and a broadcaster. This 5-time Italian national championship coach says he knows one reason why the European players have caught up with the Americans.
I found that the European kid was tremendously receptive to any sort of teaching, any sort of coaching. They would buy into a drill, buy into a technique. You know, you didn't have to justify everything. You didn't have to say why. You didn't have to explain. The American players come over, oh, all that skipping looks dumb. You know, it looks stupid. I don't want to do that. You know, that doesn't do me any good, but it does you good. It teaches you what is called foot skills. You become quicker with your feet.
The Europeans are better prepared systematically, and as the result of it, rather than seeing themselves as entertainers, they still see themselves as teachers. Those kids are learning fundamentals and being taught the game of basketball. Our kids are taught how to be stars even if they aren't stars, and therefore, in a lot of instances, they don't even learn fundamentals anymore. And now you learn by watching the television highlights.
SportsCenter is teaching our kids more than coaches.
Greatest motivational purpose in any kid's mind is to be like I can be on SportsCenter. I want to copy the guy who makes the sensational move or does the sensational thing, but the European system is so different from that. These kids coming over here that can strictly ball. They can play.